I want to go back to something you said in describing your own quest, if that's the right word, which was this apparent distinction between not moving or doing and moving and doing.
Yes.
And I guess what's coming up for me about that is that Sturzen, my teacher, Robert Daniel Ennis, was someone who, and I lived with him 24/7 for a fair amount of time, and even after that really intense period ended, I still was around him most of the day, most of the time for quite a few years. And what comes up to me for me in regard to what you were saying in terms of this distinction is that it seemed to me from observing him and what he would be doing was that he didn't make the distinction between moving and doing and not doing and moving, but he could manifest either one and move between those two. It's paradoxical use of the word move here, but
seems looked at from the outside, it looked like he
right,
could move.
right, and sometimes he moved really fast.
Yeah.
I mean, boom, and
Yes.
he used to. We have the American phrase to turn on a dime, and
Yes.
one of the things that he stressed in my own training was the ability to move on a dime, not just physically, but also mentally, that is intellectually and emotionally in particular, because that's where we tend to get really stuck, is the emotional part, right?
Yes.
So I'm interested how that aspect comes through for you in that distinction that you were describing earlier.
Yeah. Well, there is a term. I don't know if it's quite the same as what you're talking about, but that kind of comes to my mind. There is a term in Kabbalah, which in Hebrew is Ratzo vaShov, which means going there and coming back, going there and coming back. And I think that maybe that refers to the most that a human being can the highest that a human being can get is where there is constant movement between the state of emptiness or fullness or overflowing perfection and being in the world and responding to whatever is happening in the world of time and space and relationship. And that movement, as it becomes very fast and one actually moves constantly between the two worlds, informs one's responses to whatever is happening in the world of time and space and relations. Afresh, anew.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.